Hi, my name is Vish Chatterjee, and I'm a business and leadership coach for executives and small business owners. I also offer holistic life coaching, where I use the power of coaching inquiry to ask the right questions, combined with the ancient wisdom traditions of yoga, Ayurveda, and Vedic philosophy. And prior to coaching, I used to be a business executive. I was an executive in big multinational corporations, as well as at small startups. And prior to that, I was actually an engineer. My original training was in the engineering field as a mechanical engineer. And I was actually an engine engineer in the automotive industry, the true engineer. And the way I look at human transformation and the way that people and their challenges in life, I look at it a lot like I would look at a vehicle, like at a car. That there's these systems, these multiple systems that interact together, and all of these systems together create this beautiful experience of driving at a speed down the road in a smooth way. But if one little component is out of whack or out of alignment in that system, out of balance in that system, the entire system starts to collapse and all the surrounding systems start to get affected as well. So, you might remember back when you were in college or back in high school, you might have had an old car. And there was this rattle or this clunk in the vehicle that would bother you. You'd hear this little rattle, you hear this little clunk, you'd be driving along the road. And maybe you're the type of person that turns on the music to kind of distract yourself from it. You say, I'll just turn on the music and I won't hear it. Or maybe it bothers you, it builds up some anxiety in you and you start to worry, like, am I going to get to where I need to go? Is this vehicle going to leave me stranded? It's this constant nagging. And so you might think, well, maybe I should take it to the mechanic, but going to the mechanic is scary. Like, what are they going to take apart? And they're going to replace this and replace that and give me this huge bill. But if you don't take care of it, that one rattle is going to get louder, it's going to start affecting other systems, and eventually you're going to have a real problem on your hands. So from a coaching point of view, I see us as systems. We have an organ system, a body system, our respiratory and circulatory system. We have a system of organizations in society that we work within. We have systems within our family. We have systems that we are interacting with on a daily basis, the financial systems and our overall situation in life. And so if anything's out of balance in one system, it starts to carry over. A little issue at work and it starts to carry over in your relationship life at home. Getting little financial issues and challenges here and there, they start to show up maybe in your health. And so all these systems in our life are interconnected. And part of what I do as a coach is try to understand, okay, what are the systems at play here? What are the influences on those systems? Maybe, there's obviously the system of the sun and moon, the rising of the sun every day and the setting of the sun, and how are we aligned to that particular system? There are other systems in our solar system that also affect us. So as I start to look at all the different influences and all the different systems that we're a part of, I can start to identify where is the rattle? What is the rattle? How do we get to the root of this? And so half the battle a lot of times in coaching is just figuring out what is the root cause here. And once we have that, maybe it's as simple as just putting a dab of grease on. It might be a very simple fix. Sometimes it's more major too, but it could be learning some skills around leadership or learning some skills around communication or presenting or negotiation or a little breathing technique or a yoga technique that help harmonize the body better. It might be sometimes something very simple just to get us back into alignment. But getting to what that is the challenge. And once we're at it, identifying, and that's part of what I do from an engineering approach, is what is the thing that I can activate for the most potential? What is the part that if we put a dab of grease on, it's going to activate a massive transformation in your life? And so I see coaching as a way for me to collaborate with you, for us to get together and really put our minds towards understanding the systems of your life, breaking it down to the basic components, identifying the system that's out of balance, harmonizing that, and then setting you on a path so that you then get in that car of life and you drive down the road with this feeling where you don't hear any rattles, there's no clunks, the car's going in the right direction, it's running smooth, you got the wind in your hair, the window's down, and you're like, this feels awesome. You turn on the music and you feel like you're in flow. And you feel like you're operating at this another level of existence where all the things in your life start to activate for a much more successful, balanced, aligned existence. And you just feel effortless in your momentum on your journey.